Hello, Libra, my loves. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Spirit is really, really talking to you today. The image that I get for you immediately is of a very beautiful woman, and it's specifically a woman. I'll explain why in a minute. A beautiful woman sitting in a bower, sitting in a turret in a medieval castle, and looking out over beautiful lands and weaving a tapestry with beautiful fine silk and delicate. And she's looking out and she's creating this artwork within the tapestry. Then tapestry, all of a sudden, boom, Carole King. Carole King wrote a song called Tapestry back in 1971. It was my sister's time, really. I didn't listen to it that much. So I just want to read this to you. My life has been a tapestry of rich and royal hue, an everlasting vision of the ever-changing view, a wondrous woven magic in bits of blue and gold, a tapestry to feel and see, impossible to hold. And then it goes on and it talks about a story that she's watching unfold in the tapestry that she's doing and becoming part of the tapestry. And that's a very, very simplistic explanation of a beautiful song. But that was the feeling that I was getting as I was doing this, was that you, Libras, are at a point now where you are claiming your power, and it's time for you to understand the nature of your power. You also get neutrality, which could sound contradictory, but then you also get choice. Those are your three key cards here. What Spirit was telling me as I was asking questions about this was this. Libra, you have the power to create your life, and in fact, you already are. You have been weaving your tapestry all along. But what they would like you to please understand is that you and Spirit and God or Source are all of the same stuff. You're all of the same magic. You're all of the same energy. You're just existing in different dimensions. And like that beautiful lady in the bower, you are able to deliberately decide where you're placing your patterns, what threads you want to weave. Now, it's a slow process, weaving patterns, weaving tapestry. It can take a very long time if it's a very big tapestry. But the point in this is, of course, it doesn't have to take a long time when you're manifesting energy on Earth. But what they were saying is you can forget that you are manifesting when it doesn't come like that. When you're not aware of the fact that you're manifesting, you lose track of the fact that it's actually you who is doing the weaving all along. And why is it essential, or why is it important that it's a woman? It's because a woman in that period of time. It's because sitting alone, isolated in a bower, in a turret, in a place of a castle where she's basically not involved in what looks like the major running of the place, not activity, not dynamic. It's more removed, right? It implies a certain quality of powerlessness. Women in that time were chattel. They were part of political decisions and economic alliances. They did not have the ability to be powerful in their lives. So Libra, if you've been feeling like you are not powerful in your life, you're weaving magic. You have the power, you are doing it. And Spirit is saying, please stop thinking of you, yourself, who you are, as separate from the guides, the spirits, the angels, the saints, the teachers. You are all we are all part of the same community. We are all source energy. And the more you can embrace that as an idea, the more you have the power, because true power doesn't come from trying to force something to happen. True power comes from owning that innate sense of who we truly are, which is Source in human form, in physical body. So this is your call. Now, interestingly enough, too, I think the neutrality card is very important because what it's really talking about is being able to stand in the middle and not letting things from the outside impact you in a way where it takes you off course, right? This is about you being able to stand in the middle and look at what you want and manifest what you want and bring it to you. You're weaving it, okay? And it was so interesting to me when I looked at the words of the song because magic came up, and magic, I didn't know it because I didn't remember the words. But magic was in the image, was of you creating this tapestry. It's like you were weaving from higher dimensions and creating this beautiful work of art, which is your life, Libra. And you are being told, choose. You have the power to choose. Sometimes, again, Libras, you have been hesitant to choose because you haven't wanted to disrupt the status quo, because you were afraid of yourself. You were afraid of your potential. You were afraid of disrupting people, of disrupting situations, of losing people. But when you have and you are connected to that kind of power that comes from source, that is in you, you also have the ability to be able to grow through your experiences and not let your experiences freeze you out of making new choices. Because even if you haven't made, not making a choice is a choice, right? Look at it like that. Not making a choice is a choice. And sometimes that's fine, but not as a life strategy. It's as a life strategy, especially if you're not happy with what you're living. It's not working, okay? So what you're being asked to do is try to not take other people's situations quite so personally if they don't like what you're doing or saying. Because if you've been pleasing people a lot and bowing to other people's choices and letting them make the decisions, they can obviously react when you start choosing yourself and deciding that you're going to make your own tapestry and deciding if they're parts of the threads or not, or how you want their threads to be in your tapestry. Don't take it personally. Understand that, sometimes you've set up situations where, they're going to expect you to just go along with stuff. And now that you're not, they're going to have to deal with their reality, but that's part of their growth too. You're being asked also to understand the fact that life doesn't have to be a struggle and making choices doesn't have to be a burden, okay? You can allow yourself to go for pleasure, aim for pleasure, all right? You are not a usable entity that gets stored away and gets bartered in politics and economics. You are your own powerful person, okay? You have the ability to do it. And Spirit is saying that everything about this reading is Spirit saying, you've got this. Check in calmly with yourself. Don't let other things come at you and take you off from making the choices that are about your own power and that you have the power to do what you need to do for yourself, Libra. Spirit is with you. Please engage with them. Always, whenever working with Spirit, always set the intention that you're only taking advice and allowing in energy and spirit that comes in divine love for your highest good and the highest good of all concerned. And then make friends with them, okay? They're your people. People. Okay? Libra, this is good. Make a beautiful tapestry, Libra, and make one that gives you pleasure, okay? Take care.